Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. Before I begin, I would just like to thank my viewers and those that have liked, shared, and subscribed to my channel. I truly appreciate all of your positive feedback. Thank you so much. This is a general reading, therefore it may or may not resonate with you. If it does not, please check your moon and your rising sign for your messages. This is a love reading for the sign of Cancer for the month of January. So I'm using the mini Celtic cross with many clarifiers and the Sibylla, an archangel's message card, and an angel answer card. Excuse me. I like to always begin in the past because it really tells us why things are happening the way they are. And you know, I never use reversals. I always make an effort to keep my cards upright because I feel that the message is going to come out in the cards. But for some reason, one card came out in reverse. So I've left it that way. So we'll get to that. Now, this is the past down here and here. And for the Sibylla, these are messages basically for the past also. Now we have the Empress card here. The Empress card is generally a very positive card. And for some reason, I don't know why, but I feel a child. And so I think in this case, she may represent a young child or pregnancy. Because she's surrounded by negative cards here. And so anyway, we'll go and get the story. We have these two queens here. They can be male or female. It doesn't matter. But I'll refer to them as as the queens. And you can see that they're back to back here. We have the Queen of Cups, who's normally emotionally secure, compassionate, someone who could be very psychic, a healer. But the negative side to her is she could be very jealous, very over emotional, even emotionally abusive. Now, the Queen of Swords, she would be, she's very much the truth seeker. And she's very logical, very focused. This is very focused energy. She's somebody who really speaks her mind. She cuts to the truth, and she'll tell you exactly what she thinks. So what I think, and my first thought was, this is actually a couple. The Queen of Cups, now she could represent you because she is a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. So you in a relationship with perhaps a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius person. Or, and it doesn't have to be, it could be somebody who embodies these energies. But they're back to back, and the whole point is they're not talking. This one can be very cold and calculating, and this one can be very jealous and very vindictive, the two of them. Anyway, they're back to back. To me, it's a couple. They're not talking. In comes the Tower. And riding right into that tower, we have the Death card. So there was a breakup between these two people, which brought about this transformation, and I believe there may have been a child involved in this in this relationship there was a child. Um, on this side, it shows fears and doubts and worry and sleepless nights, and this is all over whatever that situation was. And you see this is the card that came out in reverse. This is the Four of Wands. So this tells me that, um, again, that this is about a commitment, that a relationship that went bad, that didn't work out. And we have the Queen of Pentacles here, which can represent an earth sign. So it's possible that your partner was a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn person. So you did have at one time all the comforts of home. You were creating stability, and then something came along, and just like it was like out of the blue, um, that caused all of this to just fall apart. Now, I'll go to the Sibila right now because they do reflect and give us a little more insight to what happened back here. These two cards here were on the bottom of the deck. I just felt inclined to look at the bottom of the deck, and this is what was there. And we have the card of size, and that's a person without a partner. Can also represent a widow, somebody very lonely, full of grief and sorrow, feeling abandoned. It can be somebody who is divorced, or it can simply be somebody who's fearing a separation, which could have happened back here. And the card that was under that was loneliness. It was like prison. A situation or a relationship that makes you feel restricted, or feeling shame or guilt over something, unable to express yourself. And these are the cards that I pulled, and the first one is called the Pleasure Seekers, and that's about longing and craving or desiring for something that is out of your control. On that one, I drew the young woman. The young woman is very nurturing, loving, and caring, like the Queen of Pentacles over here. But the negative side to this is that it represents temptation and guilt, which reflects to this card over here. The card of thought, thinking, planning, indecision, confusion. And this has to do with the home, the environment that you live in, your security, your family. And then we have the Messenger, waiting for results or a telephone call. The other side of this is that it's saying, is there something that you need to tell somebody? And this goes back to the card of guilt that we had earlier. think that was this one here. Yeah, feeling guilt or shame about something. So, I mean, it can go two different ways. You're going to have to just take what goes with your situation and leave the rest. And then the card of waiting. Now, this card speaks of either waiting on something or jealousy, wanting that which is not yours. It can speak of emotional issues within a relationship, and it can also represent the other woman. So it's possible that there was another woman that broke up this relationship. We have another woman here, so because we have three people down here, three court cards. So I do believe I forgot to give you the overall energies, and that would be the King of Wands here, which is standing your ground. This could represent Sag, Leo, or Aries, but most often for me, when they're here, it's an energy. He takes action on things. He's very fiery, very passionate, and very ambitious. And it's funny because under that, it's you're defending yourself here. So with the King of Wands, you would be, you have the energy of choosing which direction that you want to go in life. And you take action on what it is you want, and you stand your ground. And under that, we have defending your beliefs, defending your values, setting boundaries. And so the other overall energy was the Emperor, who is in fact about setting boundaries and taking control again of your life. So both of these cards speak of taking charge, taking control of your life. So going back to the past here, I believe that something happened. There was a third party uh, who broke up this relationship. Um, whether that was a woman or just gossip, or but something came in between these two people here. That's for sure. Um, with the tower and the death, I believe there was a child, that this couple had a child, um, and a lot of sleepless nights, nightmares, fears, doubts, and this house is just completely turned upside down. And the third party could very well be this Queen of Pentacles here. We're still in the past here with the Six of Coins. And for me, in a relationship reading like this, it speaks of a need for balance, that one partner was putting a lot more effort than the other in the relationship. Now, so with the Eight of Coins, with the energy of this king, I think that you started to rebuild your life. Um, that you put this or left this behind you. And here we have you in the present, and you're waiting on something. And again, these cards speak of waiting, so I think you could be waiting on a message. And I do believe that that has to do with an official document. We have the Hierophant here. Very possibly a legal document. The Hierophant also speaks of having faith. He's about large organizations that have a set way of doing things. My first thought was a legal document. This is either a separation or a divorce or something. And so you're waiting on the results of that. Whatever it is, you will be victorious because we have the Six of Wands on that. So the news will be in your favor, and you will be able to have, with the Ace of Cups, an emotional fresh start. I don't see any cards that will speak to a reconciliation here. And so I think that you, in fact, really do move on. The Ace of Cups can also represent a new person coming in, a new relationship is very possible, or it could simply be that you want to have a new relationship or an emotional fresh start. Because it's just a seed, it's only an ace, it can still be an idea. Excuse me. What crowns this reading? Queen of Cups. You could still, with her energy there, your emotions could be, you could be over emotional at this time. And she speaks for a need to balance these emotions. Because you see, on top of that, we got the Moon, which speaks to confusion about what's happened, what's going on, uncertainty. You don't have all the facts yet. Things yet to be revealed. Trust in your intuition when you have her energy. And see, we have her energy twice here. So I think that the message for following your intuition is very strong. We also have the Empress, who does speak of new beginnings, but my first thought when I drew that card was that you have custody of the child. And that was my first thought. But she does represent new beginnings. And on top of that, we got the Fool. And the Fool, he says it's okay to take a leap of faith. And he does represent a new fresh start. In the future here we have the Star. And the Star is about having faith in a situation. Having faith in the path before you, even if there are obstacles down that road, and you know there will be, because that's how life is. But you know that it's going to work out in the end. And the Star brings you this hope and optimism for your future. And know that with the energy of the Star, that you are being divinely guided. And opportunities are going to start opening up for you now. This is a card of feeling blessed and feeling lucky. Next to that, I drew the Three of Swords. But you see the image in the Star. The back is to this Three of Swords. And the next card I drew is the Page of Wands. Again, the back is to this Three of Swords. That tells me that you are going to be able to put this heartache that happened back here behind you. You will be able to balance your emotions and put this behind you. And the Page of Wands is unexpected news coming, and it is a welcome surprise. And that could have to do with those official documents. But you see this Page of Wands, he's looking at this Ace of Pentacles here, and that is a solid new beginning coming in for you with regards to whatever your situation is. But this is the tangible world. It can bring, it can reflect money, job, documents, contracts. Again, we speak to documents here. It's possible also you could receive some money with this card here. But this is a solid new beginning that you are moving towards. Now, the Archangel Answers card I got is, you know what to do. And the message is, trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. And the Angel Answers card, listen to your intuition. Look at that. Nice. So use your intuition, and that was very strongly mentioned here with these two queens. I wish you all the best of luck. I know that things are going to work out well for you. Have a great month of January and beyond. If you would like to book a reading with me, the details on how to do that are in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.